L2 to poise cast force. Consume the boss soul. Press no. Run forward, pivot, roll, press L2 and movement, and use the Estus on your belt.
What? So by doing that, he's able to duplicate the soul.
This uses the Estus.
Which
Oh
gives him
my
20,000.
Who the fuck finds this shit? Wait,
Elo, March 12th, 2024. King.
Yes.
Do you remember at the time of recording about 2 months ago when we did the Dark Souls 2 video?
Yes, I do.
Well, do you remember how a week after we finished our reaction, the absolute legend Yuntha made a sequel?
I do, because you wouldn't shut up about it.
I still haven't yet. Dude, I did everything in my power to stop myself from watching it. I was like, no, I want to do this blind.
Because we sadly just have not had time to react to it.
So, are you ready to watch Top Gear, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 special?
I am, even though I know, again, nothing about Dark Souls, because I still have not played any since the last time we watched.
I know my fair share. I've watched some lore videos. I've played the different games.
As I said, like the only Dark Souls
But
I played is 3, and also the first 5 hours to get to the tree dude.
So I don't know what's gonna happen in this one. You don't know what's gonna happen. The viewers might know. Who fucking knows?
I'm hoping they do, because this should not be your first time reacting to or watching this video. You always watch the original video first.
Yes, always watch the original first. It will be in the link in the description, or you can just fucking search it on YouTube. Yeah, it's probably got like a couple million views already. Let's fucking face it.
It does. Okay.
So, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Let's get into it.
3, 2, 1, hit that shit.
Yeah.
I fucking love the Top Gear opening music. Funny enough, the other day I was rewatching.
Wears a blue hat.
Oh no, they're redoing this bit.
I wear a hat with things on it.
They're redoing the bit. Okay, that's good. Phantom Sting! Oh no.
It all started here. It's the first, and frankly, still the best in the series.
Yeah, I mean, there's a rough edge here and there, but for a first attempt, I think it's pretty crisp. What? Hello. Yeah, but mate,
Honestly, it's not even a question. It's peak. It's peak Souls 2.
Hey,
whatever. It was time for
I've never heard it be called up.
Okay,
before.
so Clarkson's in
beat your
2,
game from start to finish.
Hammond's in 3, Maze in 1.
Weapon,
Yeah.
armor, ring, and consumables. Kill any boss in
I
the
think I
order,
still have one, I'm not
level
gonna
up,
lie.
and upgrade freely.
hang on, it's not really a challenge. It's easy.
There's more.
So it's just playing
you
the games.
are not allowed to pick up any items.
Oh.
Which one?
Well, I reckon it's all of them.
so that's like starting gear.
And shop items, I guess?
-1 point for each item you pick up, and bonus points for style.
Yes.
Right.
Flamboyant and fast.
Yes.
How hard can it be?
Don't say that!
So that's trying to
Well,
the game
you're
with
gonna
nothing.
You noticed that?
So
Yeah.
can you
This
start
is
in gear?
genius.
Yeah, like what you just
Cleric
load in
starts
with.
from
with
shops.
miracles, and especially a chime, which is surprisingly hard to get.
Oh, because you can't pick
So
up
you-
gear, so like from
And it's
chests
the
in the
only
world
game
and all
with an
that.
Ashen
Yeah,
Estus flask.
they can
Topping
pick
off
stuff
my
up,
health was
but they
going
lose
Yeah,
points
yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
Oh no!
Not the best stuff. But healing is like a skill issue.
Oh, for God's sake.
Still, we had a solid early weapon and a shield.
Ah, yes,
to score
Ludwig's
some style
Gundyr.
points. I mean, it's got to be worth like 1 pickup, right? After actually losing all my style
Okay, so
points,
when you do
I
style,
headed to Firelink
you can
Shrine
pick
to
up
enact my
items.
second master plan. There's a lot of
What do you mean
stuff
by
you
style?
can pick up even before
my
they
dog.
I think it's
hit
like
the high wall.
when you do stuff that's
right.
cool.
Okay.
Pick up, huh? No
Like
Ashen
parrying.
Estus meant that I was stuck
Yeah.
with 3 flasks. Things weren't looking great. That's just cruel. Let's say you want an item. You could pick it up, which we can't. You could buy one, but did you know there is another?
Oh yeah,
Bosses
where
and unique
enemies will
enemies
just
can
drop
deposit
items.
items
That's
directly
that's
into
the
your
point.
inventory. Quest is going to be an important part as well.
So they can pick up
Since we
dropped
can't
items
just
from enemies.
kill NPCs to get
So
items.
no. So with some enemies, if you kill them, it'll just deposit
Oh, like
items
an item that you can
straight
walk
into your
over.
inventory. So
Okay.
you're not picking it up.
Not really a challenge right now. Plus 0 is as good a start as any.
But it all goes downhill from here if we can't reinforce our gear.
Fucking love Port of the Boreal Valley's music.
Speaking of upgrades, Titanite shards aren't dropped by crystal lizards, so we need to buy those.
Oh my god.
For this, we take a road trip up to the old wolf of Farron Bonfire. Not only was I unable to pick anything up, I was locked out from buying most shop items as well.
Well, it's just my luck that I picked the only game where buying things require you to pick something up.
Still, could be worse.
Maniac. 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 Hold on, I think there's a chance here.
A famous man once said, "A man's worth
Literally
is shown,
nothing.
not by the wealth he possesses, but by the respect he earns."
If you think about it, as long as you don't take any hits and can deal damage, you can kind of beat the entire game. I mean, what could
Yeah,
possibly
that's
go wrong?
Yeah, it kind of looks
After
supposed
making
to.
Yeah.
my way to the Firekeeper, I received my one and only.
Just don't take
Estus,
damage
as
and
there
kill
was no
everything.
way to
Yeah, you
upgrade
win the
it
game.
any Further.
Oh, for God's sake. Now, the next step requires around 200 souls,
I
which
think
can
he
be
hate
obtained
himself
like
after making this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, in the dick.
With 4 hollows deep, we can now afford a single firebomb.
Try to play
The
like
plan is to hit the barrels on the other
3
side.
games for a video
Well,
and do different things with
it
them.
could be worse.
After
I'd hate
blowing
myself
a
too.
hole in the wall, our next step is
It could
to
also
jump
be
on
that
top
like
of the
he might not be
railings
doing
and
this all
over
by
the ladder.
himself.
Like, my God,
Like he
it's
might have
mates.
a
Cause
couple
the
of
pursuer to come
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Next, we run straight towards the bonfire, being careful not to let our stamina run out completely and sit on the bonfire.
Oh! Oh, okay, I didn't know you could do that!
Well, I don't get it. My
So basically,
Now we have enough souls to afford
a certain boss called the Pursuer
do we really
spawns
need one?
in a certain
The
place.
Ring of Blades
So he triggers it,
also increases
then
our
by
bare
sitting at the
hand
bonfire,
damage,
it kills
and
it,
that's
so
all
it
we
gives
need.
him his items.
Now, I
Oh.
believe in speed, power.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Power
Now
and
you do?
speed solves many
To be fair,
things.
Dark Souls 2 is like the game that I know the least about.
and every time I watch it, we've seen more game-breaking bugs.
Game breaking bugs. Power!
Speed and power doesn't work.
Still, could be worse.
It is absolutely necessary to have a plan on
The first rule I ever
everything.
picked,
So I've
Thief.
taken the
Black
liberty
Firebomb,
of
yeah, that
researching
sounds-
every
yeah, so
route and
Thief.
items sold by every
They start
single
off with this
merchant.
key that can open certain doors,
Naturally,
and
our first
one of them
move
lets
was
you
to
skip
head to
so
Firelink
much of the
Shrine
fucking game.
and review our options.
So Thief is. So the pickup there is the key to open the door, so he can't pick it up. Oh, that's
hilarious.
great.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
that's the starting point for Dark Souls 1?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But they do drop something else.
I was gonna say, why? I really liked that stuff in Dark Souls
This
1.
wasn't really
Why does it actually look
useful,
really cool?
unless you had an NPC called Grey Rat
It's like
that can
the
sell
OG
both
sort of
twinkling
shit.
titanites and twinkling.
It looks a bit more
titanite
like
weapons.
Cartoonish. That's the way to put it.
Aww. So you
I mean,
can't get
really
a key
needed.
to open it. Yeah, so it opens up a way to a trader. They can give him some cool shit.
With my tail between my legs, I decided to give in to the temptation.
I'm sure you've seen this like a millionth time, but it's
Yep,
an
yep, I know
important
this one.
trick to know. Basically, what you do here is wait 6 steps and then roll to the right, and it's easy as that. Oh, for Christ's sake!
I guess he's trying to make him
no.
like charge
The
himself
dragon
off.
rider
Yes,
on our first
yes.
try, it was time to gather up all the souls. spend
Everyone's done it
over
at least once who's
10,000
played Dark
quid,
Souls
and
2.
receive the snake ring.
Now we
Oh,
have a
snake ring's
limited
good.
amount of titanite shards.
So it gives you more
so we
souls
need to
per
buy the
things that you
best weapon
kill.
in the world and stick with it.
After considering every possible detail, ranging from moveset to damage, the choice was obvious.
This is that a hoe?
Is all you.
Hammer.
It's an elegant weapon, fast,
Bonk
and
stick.
deals strike damage. Everything you could ever
Monster
want.
Hunter Wilds
A
players be
marvel
like,
of engineering.
Bonk, bonk, bonk,
Probably
bonk, bonk.
the first tool ever used.
I'm a
yeah, that's
insect
damage
blade
like the
user.
last giant.
What weapon lets me jump on the giant?
Sometimes I stagger even myself with my genius.
After a short victory lap, I made my way up to the Lost Bastille.
I have enough souls to buy 6 large shards. That's a +6 club.
Oh.
That is a tall dwarf.
I ought to fetch a new ember.
Oh, his anvil's missing.
I was like, what the fuck's he swinging at?
Aww.
Still, could be worse.
Yes,
Oh,
he's
so he can't
dead,
give the
so
item
that's
that he
10
needs to,
points away there.
Help him
And
craft.
if you want a job,
Yeah, to
on
let
Top
him
Gear, please
craft
write
with
to
him.
Top Gear.
No, no, wait, look, he's coming round.
He is!
He's alive!
God.
He lives!
You may be wondering, how did James manage to escape his cell without
Did he clip?
picking that key up? Well, that's a story for another time.
Right now, our focus is escaping the asylum.
It doesn't
Yes,
matter.
And our
Did he pick it
starting
up?
weapon wasn't going to make that easy.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you
when I
can't
say
pick up the
starting
starter
weapon, I mean this
weapons.
piece of crap. Our actual starting weapon should have been the bandit's knife.
No matter. Since the thief starts with the master key, we have more options on starting gift. In this case, black fire bombs.
Yeah, so you can beat this dude just by like picking the black fire bombs and just spamming them. So that's always my build to start with in Dark Souls
Fire
1.
bombs.
Oh,
Fire bombs and thief.
Now, the undead merchant is right around the corner from Firelink Shrine, and we just got 2,000 souls for him.
Oh my god.
Our
Fucking
weapon
wrecked.
choice was the reinforced club.
Unlike that blithering oath, there's actually a good reason for picking this. It has one of the highest base damage for its size, and only requires 12 strength. It's a staple for level 1 runs.
Which came in quite handy as I bludgeoned the Taurus demon to death. And with a nice amount in the bank, we can now head to Andre.
Hammond.
Yes.
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh no.
Speak to me.
Yes.
With Andre, we can upgrade our club up to +5.
Let's go
and
Mach
more
10 on
with the
that
right
shit.
ember. Large titanite shards can drop from crystal lizards, or can be purchased as soon as we enter Sen's fortress.
Aww.
Oh, cock.
It's all about geometry, really. It's called the lower.
One of the things that I love
undead
about
work for a
Lumpa is
reason.
like some of the music he puts in the back as well. Like some of the witch. Yep, you can do this.
Oh my god.
Once we get down, we can open up the shortcut for later.
Gives you a
To
shortcut so you
reach
can
the
just go
depths
straight back to
and
that
get
sort of
the
location.
Emperor, I was first going to
Oh my
have to
God.
go past the captain.
Doggo was obliterating him.
The trick to this fight
Fuck
is
the
going
Capra
up the
demon.
stairs and taking out the dogs one by
Oh.
one.
Yep. Do you see why I fucking hate this fucking boss?
That's hilarious.
Okay, so we can't get any titanite shards, there aren't enough crystal lizards to upgrade a boss weapon, and we can't buy a weapon that upgrades with twinkling titanites.
But fortunately, crystal lizards are not the only
Oh,
enemy that
yes,
give
the
items
sword.
directly.
I love this sword that you get from this dude. It's a real
One of the
straight
few
sword.
weapons that's given directly,
Irithel.
and it's upgraded with twinkling titanite.
It's got a 14 dex requirement, but we can fix that with a quick visit to the Firekeeper and YOLO.
Now that we have a solid weapon, it was time to save as many NPCs as
Dex
possible
users, rise.
and expand our available resources.
Rise up.
See that humongous
Strength to go bonk.
Think twice before you go down that.
I mean, I use magic as well, because fucking... Nothing's funnier than melting something with magic from a distance.
Even when I played
Now,
randomized
for some
Elden Ring,
we are
I
a
still went
cleric
Dex for some reason. It just,
0% equipment
God just
will
wants me to
allow
use
us
Dex.
To just barely survive.
Because you like Dex?
What?
Dex from Saints Row?
I did mention that we don't have enough Titanite scales to upgrade a boss weapon.
Oh yeah, you
but weapons are not the only
gave
thing
up
we
after
can
this,
get
dude,
with
didn't
boss
you?
souls.
With the transposing
yes.
we can
I beat
swap
the
out
dude
Ford
then...
Soul to the Pontiff's left eye, which will provide some much-needed health regeneration. Stack that with gentle prayer from the chime, and we now have a solid way of healing, even without
Then yeah, we've got the
Estus.
Crystal Meth Sage.
These look very annoying.
Oh, they were. But you can tell which one's which, so the face one... yeah.
So our
Damn, I didn't
It's
even do that in
definitely
Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, you can.
man's
Damn.
You can do it in one as well.
Shit, I missed out.
Have you never played Cursed Dark
Right.
Souls? We'll see the video for it.
Not a big deal for now, but
I
So
haven't played
he's got
Dark
mods
Souls
in a
1.
bunch of so this dude, he modded a bunch of like
After
Halo
clearing out the
weapons and
room,
shit,
I
like
broke
Master
down
Chief's armor as
I've seen
well.
you play with
House
the
the
plasma
crystal
pistol and shit.
it's annoying to catch.
Da-da-da-da.
But it's one of the only ways to get upgrade materials. Oh, for Christ's
Oh no!
What?
sake. Right, with that,
So
back to the
that
drawing
thing
board.
there drops a really good. Oh my god, the music! It's from Happy Souls.
Back on top, I decided to take a slightly different
But
route.
it's
We do have the shortcut
really
from
useful for like
Firelink,
repairing,
but this isn't
for
about
upgrading
that.
equipment. But in
Going
this,
up the ladder,
but in
but
Dark Souls 2,
stopping
you
as
actually
soon
have
as
to
on
pick it
top
up
allows us
instead of
to
just getting
walk
dropped
on the
into your
precipice.
inventory.
What the
What the
fuck?
fuck?
I genuinely don't like heights. Okay? It's my
Same
biggest
reaction.
failure among many.
After using the momentum of a strong attack,
What?
I used my bloodstain as a guide.
Watch this. You cannot even begin to
Oh
comprehend.
my god!
Who the fuck figures this shit out?
Oh!
Demon
Whoa!
Symmetry
Oh, there it
has
says discovered in May 2018. 2018.
No.
How's that feel seeing that fucker be cheesed?
Oh,
Don't worry, I'm alright.
I'm in awe.
Using the key, I descended down.
That is the
and was
coolest
greeted with a
fucking shit
warm
I've
welcome
ever
to the
seen.
depths.
That was actually wild. I love
And for my
seeing something like that
final
in games. I
prize,
really
the
do.
large emperor.
I think everyone
Oh,
does.
cock.
Aw. Oh no. So that allows you to upgrade weapons even further. It's like you have a limit, and then when you have that, you can upgrade it even more.
That is genius.
Um,
Whoever thought of that addition?
It was me.
It's not a bad idea.
You can like overlevel.
There are 2
Yeah.
after the Sage, which would already put our weapon to +2, and 2 more at the Cathedral, but I need 2 more for more than +2. That's where the DLC comes in.
This was an area way out of my league, as even the lizards had more health than me.
Oh my
They also
god.
have a tendency to
No
run
damage
to
at all.
unexpected locations.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry, that's gone badly wrong.
yeah.
Was to quit out from behind and lead them to a dead end.
Right in the nads. That's enough for +2.
Dude, I love the
We
little
need to
sprinkling
kill
of
this
actual
guy.
voice clips.
Yeah.
After going up, we unlock the shortcut to the cathedral.
Welcome to the painted world of Ariandel.
And in the underground, we find 2 more lizards behind an illusory wall.
The last one is down the bridge.
Dude, seeing this makes me want to play Dark Souls again.
This makes me want to play Wind Waker. Look at that bridge just right there.
It would
My
be
favorite thing on Wind
cool.
Waker, because you
Yeah,
can
and
cut
I am
bridges in that
tempted,
game.
But I
There's
also
a few
need my
instances
other
where
hand
enemies are
free
on a
for
bridge,
gentle
and you can
prayer.
just cut the
You
ropes
can
and then
just
they
cut.
fall off.
That's
Back to the
vile.
main game. I went on some errands for the onion.
They cut the bridges too, which is fun.
With a
You
+3
bastard
weapon,
Patches.
The Deacons were nothing more than a pushover.
Why does it remind me of Become as God scene?
Become us God?
From the end. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you haven't got to that point yet in the game. I think you did. Oh, you did. Never mind, you did.
I
You
was
played,
having
no
I don't
Story
remember.
with
I don't remember it.
It was in the factory.
Can't buy because Macduff won't talk to me.
When you went there
Can't
with
kill
Pascal.
lizards because of the rules.
But then I realized
Dude, I haven't played
I
Neo
have
in like 2-3
forgotten
years.
something
Yeah.
even more important.
I have a policy here. Speed and power.
From here on out, I was going to take 0 damage.
Well, that's cool.
might
That's
be
a cool design.
exaggeration, but my point on speed and power.
Oh
still
yeah,
stands.
Flexile Sentry.
Because as I said
That's
in
actually a
the
really cool
start,
fucking design.
you
But
only
as
need a
well,
way to
as you're
avoid
fighting,
damage and
the
deal
water
damage.
level
So we
rises,
just need to get
so it makes
good.
it harder to move
After the
as the fight goes
we go
on.
upstairs
Nah,
for
that would
our
stress me
reward.
out. Shoot with time
With
limits
both
stress
the
me out too
Pursuer
much.
And Flexile Sentry defeated, it was time to skip the ruined
I don't do
Sentinel
well with time
and
limits.
Was it the
straight
Sonic
to the
Water
Lost
Temple that
Center.
caused that?
No, it was the Rouge of the Bat level, it's like I mentioned too.
Not only was I unable to skip the ruined sentinels, the proper way was also blocked by a statue.
Oh, and you need a fragrant branch of yore to
Your what?
get
I
rid
was
of them.
saving this for Shady Woods, but looks like I'll have to find another way for that.
Still,
Bonfire
these
aesthetic?
things soon got worse.
Oh, shit.
After a quick
Oh my!
Oh my god!
Bro.
it was time for the ruined sentinels.
The basic premise is quickly killing the first
don't like how
sentinel
lanky they
before
are.
reinforcements arrives. Fortunately, the
Slender
club
Man
is
looking
perfect
head
for
ass.
this.
Next,
They're actually
was to
uncanny.
stand in the blind spot and do as much as you can before going downstairs.
Now, one problem is durability. There were just so many things to find before getting here.
Of course, my genius once again prevailed.
A second stick.
That is such a Clarkson move as well.
But the real reason behind
Let me show you the
second
power of
club
two
was not as
hands.
a backup, but for this.
Two sticks.
It was the perfect combination of the superior one
Actual caveman.
and the ludicrous
Ooga
fast
booga.
power stance follow-up, which
Go
provided
bung.
me with the burst damage to take down the lost city.
I'm waiting for him to just eat shit at this point.
Going
That's
too well.
Helldiver's music.
It is! Oh my
I have
god.
a policy.
I'm zoning out the background,
See what I
to be
said?
honest.
Power, because in
Him
my
adding
mind,
in like really good like
Speed makes
popular
you lighter.
music and shit for like games.
I'm glad you're here, because if it was me, I'd be zoning background music out.
In the subtitles, it normally actually tells you what the songs are as well.
Cock.
Oh,
I mean, I suppose I can grab a Black Knight weapon, but that's based on luck. And there is a
Oh,
much more
Black
elegant
Knight's
solution.
halberd.
After shopping, I headed down to the Darkroot Basin.
Is he going for it?
Here's a
No.
top gear, top tip. Grab
Oh,
a
he's
fire
cheesing the
Hydra?
Hydra. I've done
here
this.
and
I've done this. I've done this.
I love
The
Hydras.
shield should protect you from any close attacks.
Ow!
As long as you two hand it.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Now for the golem
Yeah.
in the back. It's a slow
And this
enemy,
actually lets
so
you go to a
it's
DLC
easy
area.
enough. Ow!
After saving Dusk, we can buy the best low-level staff and pick up some spells from Griggs.
Spawns a woman. So he's gone from thief to mage. That's pretty much how all my Dark Souls 1 builds go. But he did this before the gargoyles? What the fuck? Fuck right off.
Staffs don't require any upgrades. And since the ivory staff does its maximum damage at just
His tail off,
12
quickly.
intelligence,
Go
it's
carve
a
it.
perfect tool
He did.
for our
I was like, go quicker, go carve it.
You got the gargoyle tail axe.
Yeah. Oh, dude, okay. First Monster Hunter reference, but no, one will be ahead.
No, I know what you were doing, but wrong game.
No, everything's Monster Hunter if you try hard enough.
Anyways, we've got a good lead for now. So, let's see what Hammond is up to.
So you need to buy the armor for the quest. Oh, for God's sake.
50. I misread that at first. 15,000?
Still, could be worse.
We only need 4 more. For
Oh, he has to return his
After
armor.
that, the 15,000 I spent should get us a slab down the road.
Next, we go upstairs to the stray demon.
We can use the soul to transpose it into Havel's ring. Now, before we go to the Abyss
Havel's
Watchers,
ring?
there is
Good
one
choice.
thing we need to do.
Now for the great, the legendary Lord of Cinder, who can be
Oh,
backstabbed
fucking
repeatedly.
Abyss Watchers. Oh, fuck this fight, dude.
Again.
I think it's about most fights.
again.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like the Abyss Watchers, but Jesus Christ.
After the Abyss Watchers, we can get the Farron Ring, which reduces FP consumption by 25% on weapon arts, including Gentle Prayer.
That's one step closer
That's
to plus
cool.
4. But the real reason for coming here besides progression is this. It's one of the only bone shards that's dropped from an enemy. But it didn't work. Well, that didn't work
Aw.
out, but when I said one of the only ways, I meant exactly 2.
The other bone shard is dropped by Solaire, while intimidating. Thankfully,
Solaire?
the killing
What
part
the
was
fuck?
easy, as it was situated
What in the
quite an
graboid?
unfortunate location.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yes!
Fuck?
It's like a weird
Now
bone
for the
snake thing.
skeleton.
Don't.
Frost obviously doesn't work.
Oh yeah, I remember
It
him.
really doesn't
You gotta break his drip to do damage.
In
Fucking
Hereford, we
dancing.
can get a nice ring that boosts damage.
What's the dog doing?
Dog!
The last twinkling titanite that would put our weapon at +4. And with the 15,000 souls we spent earlier, we can grab the slab from the onion and recruit him for the next boss.
Oh. Oh no.
Huh?
The last requirement of the quest
He
was
can't
a key.
open the door.
Oh,
A key
he's
which
key.
we couldn't pick up.
Oh, for God's sake.
Not only that, he was our only way of dealing with Yorm, as the Storm Ruler 2 was inaccessible.
Oh no, yeah. So, for this fight, you have to get a special sword.
I like fighting the snake in
And-
Elden Ring.
Not a good time.
Kinda, yeah.
Hamster.
So, but
How's
if
it
you
going?
have that, but if you had the Onion
Really
Knight
well,
with you,
actually.
he actually can fight him as well.
Usually this is the last place I'd want to go, but we don't have the fragrant branch for
Because every other
shaded
weapon
woods,
against him
and we
does
don't have a
fuck all.
torch for the gutter either.
The club turned out was having some issues in narrow hallways, so I decided that the most sensible thing to do was to run away.
Well, no point in fighting since I can't pick this up anyway. Does anyone know which skeleton I have to deal with
The
first?
mage one, you imbecile. You always deal with the ranged one first. It's like medieval times.
Archers were placed at the back to ensure concentrated volley.
No!
Die! I'm gonna feed you into your own machine!
In spite of my colleagues' sabotage, the club was more
I guess if you
than
kill the
enough
mage
to
first, it
deal
spawns
with
them.
these surprises.
I think so.
After the skeletons, I was greeted by a welcome
Jesus.
sight.
I'm Chloanne, an ore-stone trader.
She only sells shards, which isn't great, but will allow our offhand to be +3 as well.
Strike wasn't the best type to use.
Jabba
but it
the
didn't
Hutt looking
I
really
was gonna say, what the fucking Jabba the Hutt is.
The covetous demon.
That's
Now
Jabba.
for the best area in the world, the Earthen Peak.
It was so big, in fact, that I've heard that it was added to Bad Souls 3 as well.
Oh, shut up.
It's so peak. It was added to Bad Souls 3.
Still, it could be worse. And then it was.
Like Goosebumps.
Get spooked.
That's Goosebumps music.
You can't burn the windmill.
You know what's funny? I've been watching
Which
videos
you
of
have to
Goosebumps
do.
recently.
For Christ's sake.
I've been on that tangent of Goosebumps.
Do you see what I mean though? But like how he adds
I've got a
such good
proper
music
weapon that
into
I
the
can
back of
use
his
at the
videos.
end, and it's
I
only
think
going to
Animal
get
Crossing
more
before.
powerful. And if anyone asks how I got the master key and fire bombs, I'll come to your house and burn it down.
Hidden Body is a very nice spell to have here, as it can prevent toxic darts, and especially the boulders.
Oh, the boulder. Quailag.
Nope. 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 Nope.
What, you don't like a spider lady?
I, for one, am glad that From Software decided to keep the Quailag observation deck.
I am confused and scared at the same time.
I'm scaroused.
Oh no.
He fucked it.
The real power of the observation deck was not only the
Observation
view,
hockey?
but that the lock-on aims straight at the human portion. Which caused a stun lock when hit.
Now Sen's Fortress is open, but before going down that road,
Fuck
let's
Sen's
grab
Fortress.
another easy 20,000.
What in the demon?
souls.
Oh, okay, I know what he's doing here. Fuck. Oh.
No matter, we can use the spell to aggro him instead.
Okay, so we can do it anyway. Yeah, so if you pick up the items around that corner, it causes him to fight instantly.
Fucking a one-shotty.
Oh, no, no. You think that's bad? Get ready for this shit.
Wait for an easy 20,000 souls.
This hurts, right? You want to see some book?
The range.
Hang on.
Wait for it. Oh, why is he not doing it?
Turns out, the trigger for the jump is picking up the clothes. And without that,
Oh.
Ceaseless will refuse to use that move.
Oh, no. Oh, no. So, essentially, if you pick up those clothes, you can cause, Right, hang on. So, do you want to pause it for 1 second just so I can explain this?
Why?
So, there's a dude up in the church area where he fought the gargoyles. And if you beat the gargoyles, he gets released. Now, he'll come down to this area here, but he will kill your firekeeper, so everyone always kills him first. Otherwise, you have to go on a side quest to get it back. So it's something like that. It's weird. So since he didn't kill the dude, he's killed the firekeeper, so he can't use that bonfire in that location.
Okay.
Also, the ceaseless discharge one. So what he was trying to do was, there's an attack he does where he jumps, but then there's a massive drop right next to where the guy would go. So he falls down, and it causes him to basically kill himself and get like 20,000 souls. But of course, apparently, it only triggers if you pick up the black clothing.
Ah.
Sorry, that's enough for a little tangent. Sorry, Dark Souls 1 I can explain the shit out of. I like these little shots as well, where it's like sort of cinematic. So all of them are like stuck at a certain point now?
Wood. Up.
We were taking a
I heard that.
and things were about to get a lot worse. We've worked
they're in
together
the
now for
depression
many
arc.
years, but we've never
we all?
struggled to think of anything to say before.
But I think that's partly because we can never remember what we said last time, so we just do it again.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a bit like our reactions.
Yes. What are you talking about? We've never repeated ourselves once.
We are doomed.
Never repeat ourselves once.
Absolutely.
We were ready to
Never.
go again.
Right, we're off. We needed a better weapon, fast. And the only way to improve was by getting a Titanite slab. And the only slab we can get right now was this.
Replenishment and gentle prayer, and sit in the bonfire to regain FP while keeping the buff.
Main issue was the lack of esters. So we needed the
Fucking
safest
ugly.
possible strategy.
Pay close attention to where
Yeah,
she moved.
see, at
after
least with the first one,
invisibility and
they
backs.
looked really good.
Follow up with a charged heavy attack and
The
a
bulge
regular
is
heavy.
getting worse.
That should make phase 1 easy enough. Not so much for phase 2.
Sounds so cool.
Father Ariandel and Frida.
We can call up Gale to be used as a distraction. Bonus points for showing up only in phase 2.
Now Gale isn't going to stay for long, so it's
He's still
important
tied to the
do as
chair.
much damage as you can.
Yeah. He's like ill or something like that.
So ill yet can carry the chair with him. Okay.
Oh, dude, Dark Souls 3 don't even explain the lore.
Doesn't matter. Gale isn't needed for phase 3. Not because it isn't helpful for that, but because of this.
Titanite slab.
With the slab,
Yes, that
we
allows
can
you
leave
to
the
upgrade
arena
things
one way
like
or
maximum
another
levels.
And upgrade our weapon to +5.
So now that's sort of max level.
At least it's something.
Yeah. But the way you're supposed to beat him is there's a special sword that does increase the... Oh, Yorm's immune to frost, which is what that blade has
Still,
as its buff,
could be
as
worse.
its elemental buff.
Be him over there.
Without a
Oh my
torch,
God.
I was
Mitha.
forced to fight Mitha in
So-
the poison pool.
So if you
Not
burn
only
the
is the
windmill,
poison a constant
it removes
drain,
poison from the
But it
arena.
also heals Mitha.
With the majority
And
of
it
my
al-
time spent on
and she
trying
heals
to
from it.
heal over the poison, this provided less time to attack and exacerbated the issue with the healing boss.
I'm surprised they're not going to try and
What
use some of
I
the
should be
glitches
doing
that
is
they
get
did in
a
the
proper
first
thrust
video.
weapon.
Yeah, that's what I thought
What
they were
I'm
going to do.
instead gonna do is this.
We tap our reserve of radiant life.
But no, they're
gems
actually
and
playing
go
the game
on
somewhat
for an
properly.
all-out attack.
Which, you know what? That's actually
Radiant
kind of
life
more
gems
impressive.
have almost double the duration, which means less time spent on using.
There's a lot of games where I have
and
glitches
more
in.
time to
I can't
attack.
even play them normally. Like, as soon as I learn a speedrun strat for a game, I can't play it normally anymore.
You're going to do it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Skyrim, hidden chests. Like, once you get
Yeah.
those locations, always using them.
Like, Borderlands 3, there's in one of the DLCs, there's a bug for one of the final bosses, like second final boss. For some reason, they'll always be level 1, the first run.
Wow.
No idea why.
Dreading this.
And I think
Plus
as long as you
3
don't save
is
quit and
not
you
the
just keep
best
running back
place
and
to
forth,
be
you'll keep
in,
respawning as level 1.
especially for this.
To make matters worse, the moveset wasn't the best for dealing with invaders either.
Yeah,
For
clubs
this,
slow,
we
so...
needed to visit an old friend.
Will you deal?
He sold poison and poison accessories, all of them very effective against
I sell poison and poison accessories.
You just need to
Ever
land
bother?
4 knives for the poison to stick.
Then just keep your distance.
poisoning
the
them
slow
2
game.
times, and a few tap from our stick was enough to send them away.
I feel like we've all done that kind of thing in the game at some point.
Mega roll.
He sells
Maybe
some
slow, but you
art
can't
with
be
special
satisfying
effects, like the gloves that give
So
you 10%
this isn't
more
Dark
souls.
Souls, but
more
Skyrim.
importantly, a fragrant
When you're doing
branch
the
of
Dark Brotherhood quest line, you get the most powerful poison item in the game, like just a single one. Now, if you turn that into a poison, it can one-shot
So it's a good
anything.
idea to only
So
wear it when
most
you
people
need
save it,
For
and then
instance,
use it
right
against like
after killing
the
a
final boss or whatever, just to get it over and done with in one.
See, I played some Skyrim probably once ever in my life, and now every time I've gone back to it, I do the same glitch over and over again. Just as we said, once you find an exploit, you just do it. It's the one with the alchemy, where you just keep buffing shit indefinitely. I can't help but do that every time because it's just too fucking funny.
With me, my favorite one is so you got to do the thing with Moloch Bal, so you get a priest trapped and you have to kill him with a mace. So I'm sneaking, I'm hitting him with the mace and then healing him up. So I'm leveling up 3 skills at once. Or the one where it's like you get a dead body and just soul trap it over and over and over and over again.
That's why I can't even play Skyrim mods.
Oh my god, wait, this is Yakuza music, isn't it?
Oh no.
Which would make a welcome upgrade to our damage.
It's the one where it's like, oh, it's Friday night, the guy's like dancing along. You must have seen that meme at some point.
Probably have, but I don't really pay attention.
Totally
Yeah.
unrelated.
Oh, he
but
puts on the
I
chest,
decided it was
this
a good
cat.
time to
Fucking
use
cloud.
souls to play the part.
Now, it's not a good idea to run past these,
That's Zelda music.
especially without a bow to clear the path ahead.
Barely hear it.
I don't know, I'm not very familiar
The
with
trick
Zelda
is
music.
to lower the platform and climb up the ladder
It is.
to skip
It is.
the encounters.
Like I said, banger music choices every time. That's why we
Remember
love
Zelda
Zelda.
famous is, like
Now,
versions
there's
is.
no easy way to deal with this. You'll just have to be good with your rolls.
Is this Wind Waker's version?
The other side can be dealt
I mean, if you had,
with
like,
some
when we're done, you can always
collateral
check it with subtitles because it'll tell you. Or not, maybe. I know it did with some of the other ones.
The old
Maybe these aren't
Iron
up to
King
date
is not
yet.
surprisingly the
Maybe.
easiest enemy in the area, as the terrain provided
You
protection
shall not
against every
proceed.
move, except for the laser, which is of course the best moment to attack.
This is anniversary edition. This might be anniversary edition of the theme.
I wouldn't know.
There's only slight
Like I said,
differences in them.
I've only played like one Zelda game ever.
I love to see you run through a Zelda game.
The only one I've ever played was Phantom
Again,
Hourglass.
There was okay, Zelda.
oversight
Can't
has
play through
caused
now.
an
I know
innocent
fucking glitches,
person
especially
to
Ocarina.
die.
I abused the
No
fuck
way
out
to
of
make
them.
things right, except for one.
Hello. Was it you who ran?
Oh,
the
Fram.
Well of Awakening?
Why is that so goofy looking?
For this, we need
Yeah, they're
around
like primordial
37,000
serpents.
souls or more.
And so basically you give him items and he'll eat
We
them
buy out
and give you
ring
souls in
spells,
return.
Hover over the bellowing dragon crest ring and press the next page button with our mouse while pressing activate.
This works because the bellowing dragon crest ring has the same item ID as the black eye orb. We just had to overwrite the category with prompt swap.
Even I was thinking, I want to put your head in a brown paper bag and beat you to death with the blunt end of an axe.
First, some more merchants. Using the snake to break the wall, we free Logan using the master key.
Oh yeah, you can free a Big Hat Logan. Another sorcerer.
Now, for the iron golem, we can ignore the firebomb giant
Yep.
in the back.
Right,
and
he's
focus
gonna
on its
do the
legs
cheese.
to
He's
make
gonna do the
fight
cheese.
Much shorter.
Legs. Oh.
Oh.
We needed to deal 400 damage to the legs, but the ivory catalyst was starting to show its age.
Oh.
Oh no.
This can be fixed by equipping the Great Heavy Soul arrow instead.
It's much slower, but with how defense works, a much effective source of damage compared to regular Great Soul arrow.
There we go.
Oh.
We can use hidden
great.
body to bypass
I
most
love that
obstacles.
shit so
But
much.
the question still remains, does the orb work, or did we just throw away the bellowing Dragon Crest ring?
Oh, this is how he gets his fire keeper back. So, you know how I was going on about that thing and how it starts that side quest? This is him doing it.
Oh.
So that's the dude that kills your firekeeper.
Target destroyed.
As dawn broke, the peace and serenity of this beautiful Ugandan morning was shattered by the bellow of a wild animal.
What the fuck?
Oh no. He's modded it! He's modded fucking... Honesty and smoke!
What the fuck?
Ornstein was difficult to hit due to how slippery he was. Smaug was easier, but the hammer portion was impervious to any damage. More importantly, I did not have the durability or the healing to withstand both attacks.
Wrecked.
A boss
I love
soul
the
on
Dark
bar,
Souls modding
Estus
community.
on the belt, Talisman on the left, Force and Homeward on spells. L2 to poise cast force. Consume the boss soul. Press no. Run forward, pivot, roll, press L2 and movement, and use the Estus on your belt.
What?
So by doing that, he's able to duplicate the soul,
This uses the Estus.
which gives
Oh
him
my
20,000.
Who the
While
fuck
giving you
finds
the
this shit?
20,000
Like,
Elo, March 12th, 2024.
timing.
What the
This
fuck?
can be repeated infinitely.
like there's some
Make
guys
sure
like,
to
I
sit
understand
on the
how you can
bottom
find
corner
that.
every 2
That,
times.
I don't get.
Will use
How the
the
fuck do you
It's so
find it?
good!
How the fuck do you find glitches like that? Like, actually.
Oh, for God's
I
sake.
don't know.
If it glitch takes more than 2 or 3 inputs, how do you find it?
Who knows,
Someone must have
dude?
done it by accident once, and then they're like, wait, let's try and repeat that.
I can do that infinitely? Oh shit!
Change much, so we also needed a different strategy.
Two-hand the sword for the overhead moveset, and aim for the arms and especially for the head.
The best moment to attack is the two-handed slam, where you can get some guaranteed hits on the head.
Yeah, you can see he's not doing a lot.
Headshot damage is nice,
Eventually he'll
but
die
the real
though.
reason for it is this.
Oh, never mind. I take my words back.
Nice.
Chunky damage.
Headshots provide the poise damage necessary to perform a critical attack.
Holy shit!
Speaking of critical attacks,
Bruh.
for Pontiff, fire parry
Oh,
shield from
fucking
the main
Pontiff.
and skip
And
phase
the
1
pussy.
entirely.
Motherfucker
You
out
can do
here
the same
as a
for phase
stand
2,
user.
Or alternatively, spam regular attacks after the transition
Or
to
Virgil.
big with damage.
Virgil and Devil May Cry. Fuck that.
I can't get off the fucking dance. Fucking stupid.
Brilliant, I believe is the word.
After the Pontiff, I took a trip down to the sewers. There were 2 Surlivans beast, and killing both rewarded me with the Ring of Favor.
Stamina, health, endurance, everything you could ever want.
Now for the Devourer of Gods.
Frost works pretty well, so it's easy enough.
Oh, I'll do it.
You're against the Pokemon music?
Yep.
The most dangerous attack, the Rain of Arrow, can be dealt by running around a pillar.
Are you sure
Fuck
about
you.
that?
Meanwhile,
would you like?
Defeating the Old Iron King has stocked Cloan's inventory with large shards.
But we're not quite finished with this path just yet. Bring a couple of skulls, defeat every enemy in Huntsman's Copse, and carefully navigate your way to the undead Berg.
Never mind that. Just run to the arena and jump just before the door. Watch as the buffoons fall down to their death.
Just ignore this guy. It's not worth it. Now for the chariot. Skulls are very useful for distracting skeletons, while you deal with the necromancers.
Clear the area, lower the gate, and use poison to knock out the chariot for good.
Now, put it in a burger.
Can you stop making Tesco jokes?
No. No, I will never.
You trot along now. This place won't be any fun.
I'm shocked he didn't put I have a horse on them Tesco in it.
He's obviously evil. I mean, look at him. He's almost as small as Hammond.
What people say about you?
Now you
Actually,
may be
no, I'm quite
thinking
tall.
skill issue. Should have known that the item would drop to
5'5".
the ground. But the real reason for killing him is this.
Because it comes in
Any
the
item
store.
that does not drop is sold by Melantia, and this particular robe boosts soul gain by 10%.
Oh shit!
Putty cat.
Dead, are we? And one
Don't.
with that much time remaining.
Sweet Shelquois.
With the fragrant branch bought from Magarold earlier, we enter Shaded Woods.
Now, before talking to Tark, make sure not to be followed because he can actually damage him.
I want you to kill my betrothed.
You don't actually have to summon Tark for this. The quest should work just fine.
Scorpion Queen.
Scorpioness, actually.
If you've met Gavlan,
He doesn't look like The Rock.
He'll now sell infinite poison accessories.
Looks like Dwayne.
Now,
Dwayne
some
to
might
me.
say it's a mix of uninspired enemies strapped together as a boss. But to the enlightened, such as myself, it's a test of target priority and, as always, peak level design.
This is my thanks.
This is the last branch we'll ever get. We can't pick up any Estus shards, so the most sensible thing to do is to
Why is he
use
up
it
against
to
the wall like
save
that?
a merchant.
No idea.
Thank you for helping
Oh.
me.
We can head right
Wood.
down the
I
road
got
from
boss weapons!
receive her services.
Did you say boss weapons? Boss weapons!
Bonfire is easy
Is that what that is?
Problem is, when
Yes.
you arrive there,
I don't like the spy.
Now that
Actually,
the
oh
areas
no,
have been
that's
safer,
how shivered up my
Neither
spy.
do
Oh.
effects.
Oh.
Oh, we meet again, kind traveller.
She is the only accessible merchant that sells a bow.
I was gonna say boss weapons.
Finally, we enter Duke's
Oh.
Dear Frey.
Ah!
a bit harder than expected. Not having a
Yeah,
torch
Duke's
is a
Dear
real
Freya.
downer, but it's manageable.
You need to play Twilight Princess for one reason only.
Spiders?
They're the spider boss. But it's a long-running enemy in Zelda games. It's in different games, but like, it's only one game where it's not a spider, but it's still an arachnid. It's a scorpion in one game.
To be fair, the first time I ever played Skyrim, like the first time I saw the giant frostbite spider, I fucking screamed.
But in Twilight
Still,
Princess,
Amarlondo
it looks like
had
an actual
started by
spider.
clearing out the entrance.
Unlike the other games, where it looks
The
like
trick
just like a
here is
monster
to use
spider,
spells on melee range to prevent the shield from blocking it.
which makes it
After
worse.
clearing
It's
out
furry.
the two giant guards, we lure out the archer
Yeah.
next to the fog gate.
One important note is that the cut scene must have not been triggered before doing this.
Parry, and perform a critical attack in front of the fog so
Let me
that our
guess.
body clips into the arena.
Yeah.
After triggering the cutscene, we go
Oh,
up
he's
to the
doing that where he
bonfire and back
sits
into
down?
the arena.
And they're gonna be fucking stuck.
Yep. I had a feeling you were doing something like this.
Hang on. What on earth
I guess he won't trigger because it's frozen.
This trick only works if we kill Ornstein first.
Okay.
Now, using our spells, we can take out Fatty easily.
This is why I do acid on you.
Still, could be worse.
Why did it look like the lickers, but if they grew wings?
The pyromancy flame is the only
Oh, holy shit.
any material.
Oh my god, the amount of time that he's just put into that. So, pause.
Huge amounts of souls.
Fortunately.
So, you don't get fast travel until after you beat those two bosses. So what he has done is he's gone back through the entire fucking, like, the castle. He's gone back through the fucking Sen's Fortress, all the way back down to the starting area to go visit a merchant.
Oh my.
That, just to give you an idea of how long that is, that's fucked.
All you need
oh
is
my
a
god.
bottomless box and exactly 2 titanite shards. Now,
ridiculous.
You change the order of the items so that the boss soul is on top and put the soul in the box.
Using the same trick as
Oh,
the
no.
Black Eye Orb, from the titanite shard, use the mouse to press the arrow
Oh, no.
and press activate at the same time, and select 2.
That's just Oblivion, right? That's just Oblivion's fucking... That's an Oblivion glitch right there.
While only having 1 causes
So-
an underflow. So instead of
Yeah,
minus 1 soul,
it's an
we get
underflow.
99.
Fuck
The
that.
pyromancy flame has a higher magic
So because you have,
adjust, but it can only use
I love them kind of
pyromancy.
glitches. I love
Let's
them.
fix that.
For this, we get the dark sign to the top. Block with the ivory catalyst, jump, and use the dark sign. Press the menu button and use item at the same time.
How do people figure this out?
Get a UI glitch. Finally, equip a bow in the left hand, turn around, and replace with a pyro flame.
You'll know you got it when
How?
you can cast sorceries.
I-
And it's not
how?
just a visual
How
bug,
do people
the
figure
damage
this shit
actually
fucking out? It's like
scales
100
with the
steps.
flame
How?
instead
I
of the
don't
star.
know. This got by Elo, so the same guy that figured out the other one in Dark Souls 3.
The damage difference is night and day.
Turns
Your ass
out, my
fucking
biggest
Shrek.
weakness wasn't bad damage. It was bad defense and heal.
Honestly, in Smurl, like, this
Fortunately,
game's fucking
now that I have infinite
skill check.
disposable income and a blacksmith that sold armor and sold twinkling titanites, I can do this.
Fuck off! No!
Yeah, it's just maxing out like really good album.
Yes!
Our healing is still very bad, but frankly, it doesn't really matter.
Oh my.
Yeah, look at that! What the fuck? I don't think I can play these games normally ever again after watching this shit.
And of course, my convoluted solution was all for naught when I tested how pyromancies perform.
Oh.
Well, here's a Top Gear top tip. Instead of doing all that crap to moveset swap, just use pyromancies.
If in doubt, Roy Mustang it out.
Fireball.
In the dick.
I didn't say how big the room. How big is the room? I said I cast fireball.
With all my experience in Amelondo, I once again decided to help out Richard instead.
Aww.
According to James, this fog wall is cursed. So, if we stand as far away as possible, enter and spam backsteps, this should happen.
Fucking hell.
And since there was no phase transition, like in Ornstein and Smaug, the AI freeze persisted over the entire battle.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Next, we are teleported to High Wall of Lothric.
Oh yeah, Dancer
Since
of
the
Boreal
last
Valley.
battle didn't cost any resources, we could fight Dancer head on.
Mm-hmm. That view, didn't you,
was
King?
the Dragon Slayer arc.
Huh? Sorry, what?
Did you say something?
He is critically weak to
I couldn't
frost,
hear over
so
ass. I mean, over the video. Yeah.
Sure, pal.
There are loads of crystal lizards here, including ones that drops titanite scales for some reason.
Oh no.
The last Lord of Cinder
No.
resided in Grand Archives, and without picking up this key, it was impossible to beat them or the game.
That's not a good time. What are you doing? What have you got?
I hope there's gonna be some fucking evil glitch. Oh yes!
Time to put the cat ring into good use.
Fucking Sonic Unleashed, baby!
Into the rat zone.
I fucking love the OST for
Oh,
that
did you
game.
see that Sonic Unleashed is now on PC thanks to a fan?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Meet another
They
rat.
actually released some a program that now anyone can upload any Xbox game to PC basically now, as well. That's what they did. They basically uploaded to PC for an Xbox emulator like kind of program, and now it's like fully playable with mods and everything.
Where can I get this? When did this happen?
Like last
I mean,
week.
the rotten isn't really hard in the worst of days.
Oh my god.
It's all over my
Imagine
feed.
Stamina to roll 3 times.
Hey Ferb, I know what we're
Last
gonna
time I
do
was here, I
today.
had to farm like 1,000,000 souls. Now we can just walk in freely.
Oh no.
Well, this does say examine, but it gives you the great soul when you
God,
press
I don't
it.
like them spiders.
And I'd rather
Oh.
not lose to a technicality.
This thing shivers on my spine.
First part of business is to cash in on our reserve. We had a bunch of soul boosting
So,
gear before.
he's at
so it
that
should
door
be
where it's like,
close.
oh yeah, you have to defeat
Unfortunately,
4 of the bosses,
we needed
or
to find a way to make as
get a
much
million
souls as
souls.
possible with our current
So I guess to go for 1,000,000 souls.
This one is really
Yes.
for materials.
Because that last
not souls.
Great Soul he couldn't
There was
actually
also
pick
the
up.
giant method. 5,000 per run.
Still too slow.
Using the ascetic bought from Cloan, we reset the chariot arena to New Game Plus.
2 reasons for this. First is to gain more souls from gravity.
But more importantly, the chariot itself.
Enemies are obviously tougher in New Game Plus, but a couple of leftover skulls should do the trick.
And after the chariot was kind enough to run them over, it was time to poison it.
Or you could do the more sensible thing and throw rat shit at him instead. The chariot
rat
does
shit
drop a
at
good
him.
amount of souls, but that's really a side effect, because the real reason is this.
Since we couldn't pick up the Chloranthe +1, this was an immense boost to our loadout.
Oh
Now
shit.
that the bonfire was clear, the rest of
So
the
he couldn't pick up
souls can be
one version of the
obtained
ring, so
with
he's got the
gravity.
upgraded one from that.
I just gave him it.
I have worked
Yeah, because it
fingers
drops.
to the bone for that.
What the fuck?
Yep. Don't question it.
As expected, the stone soldier was no match for the wooden club.
This is why we went through the trouble of getting the bow and those poison arrows.
Oh my god.
Now for the dragon riders. The trick here was to make the archer fall off and focus on him instead.
This is ridiculous.
A friendly fire? Oh no.
No, that's just him doing damage.
Oh.
And the remaining one is, well, it's just a dragon rider. Picking up is getting an item after pressing activate, right? In that logic, do ladders count? Because I'll eventually get some item.
After that, troubling thought, we meet up with an old friend.
Well, I really should have expected this. Opening this door will eventually lead to the Mirror Knight Soul, so I've technically used an activate button to get an item.
This item was a key, which granted entry to the King's Passage and to the Mirror Knight.
Dude, like, having it where it's like you can't pick up a key. Fuck. Ah, yes. Guinevere.
Oh. That by Snoo Snoo?
Has journeyed far
I wish.
and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
Fireball, 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 fireball.
The Lord vessel to thee.
With warping unlocked, we return to Firelink Shrine and revive our dear maiden.
Oh, cock.
Oh no, that's
Such a shame. Oh, sorry, James. That's really.
Oh no.
Heavens!
Oh
You have
no.
done it. You have
She's a nice one.
We
Spider.
have excellent
She's ill.
defense and decent
Yeah,
offense.
Spider.
The
Plus
only
your
thing
Beal.
we're missing
Vor.
is good heals.
So, we use the same trick as the boss soul.
Oh,
to
no.
underflow more humanities.
Fuck right off.
These humanities are not just a method of healing, it also boosts our stats and as a currency for covenants.
So it comes
We
like
can do the same
guilds,
with material.
and when you give
For
stuff to them, you get
the dragon
items.
scale dropped from the Hydra. I have no idea why that doesn't work, but there is always another way. First step is to buy 999 long swords with the mouse trick.
Next,
500
souls
cigarettes.
from the kind old demon downstairs. Back to Andre, we get the prompt for buying a longsword, but back out. Using the mouse, we press quit game and the inventory at the same time until this happens. And with the mouse, drop minus 998 scales.
What?
I mean, no one said anything about dropping items. Well, having a bunch of scales is nice, but where do we use it?
For that, we go down and down. until
Oh,
we reach
fucking Lake of
Ashes.
Ashes, join the Dragon's Covenant. Yep. But bet you can cut off his tail and it doesn't
We go around the back,
be
tickle the
aggressive.
great
Yep,
goat until
yep.
we get this.
What's this?
That's actually a really good sword.
I mean, the
Fucking
damage
whiff.
is superb, but it is very slow.
For that, we buy a rapier. And similarly, how we swap the staff to the
No,
power
he's
of
gonna move
flame,
swap it.
We set up to swap the rapier into the
Oh.
great sword.
So he'll move like the rapier, but it'll have the big ass sword.
Yeah.
On the outside, it looks like nothing changed. The regular attack is the same. But the real value is on the
But
running
the special?
attack.
Oh no.
It had the damage of the great sword, but the animation of the rapier.
Oh,
You can't reach him.
well, the only thing I brought is fire and poison, and Ceaseless is immune to both of them. Good thing I brought these, but I'll have to move swap before it kills me. Ow! There's a really angry demon about to ceaselessly discharge on me, so it's a race against time before I'm fingered to death. Watch this.
Yeah, look at that damage, boy!
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Choosing the shortcut, I reached Lost Isomith and to the Bed of Chaos.
My weapon isn't going to help out here, so I brought these.
With careful positioning,
that
aiming and throw, I was able
now
to
with the weapon is basically similar to
without
fucking
running through the
even
gauntlet.
soul glitch from fucking Zelda.
Oh, what? Hang on. So, nah, fuck off. So, for this boss, it's a gimmicky sort of once. There's two things that you have to hit on either side. You run around and it destroys the arena. So he managed to place himself at a point where he can just hit both of them while standing right in front of the boss. And then to get through. Oh, he's locked in there. That's the key to the cell he's in.
Still, could be worse.
Without entering Grand Archives,
Dude, the fucking
I
Dark
could
Souls
not kill
3
the
opening,
last Lord
that
of Sin,
title music is
and I
so
could not
good.
enter the archives without picking up the key. Tears of Denial was out of the question.
This was the
as
music that
book
played
was
on my
inaccessible,
PlayStation.
so
It
there
had a
wasn't
theme
even
for
a
it.
glitch I could use. So I had no choice but to pick up the key and move on.
But that's just not acceptable now, is it? Now, if you think about it, the true ending to the entire Dark Souls series is not the Lord of Cinder, but you and Gale, standing in the edge of time, battling the sins of the past and painting a new world. But for that, I would have to go through the most difficult gauntlet in the entire Souls series. I still only had 3 Estus, but I was much stronger and better equipped than before. The trick to phase 3 is bait out the
This
7
fight
hit
is
combo.
so fucking cool.
Go in and stab her in the back.
Scythes in general are cool. Someone's a scythe wheel there, they're not immediately a badass. Scythes make anything look cool.
As we stand at the edge of the world, we find a friendly hag that sold divine blessings.
Demon in pain. Hey, it's me.
It was once again time to recruit our favorite slave.
Oh, we don't mind. I brought some friends. Associates? Slaves. I brought slaves.
Slaves? You can't call them that. Fine. Interns.
Same thing, really.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The ringed city required a banner, which we couldn't pick up. So in conclusion, it was impossible to beat either the main game or the DLC without picking up an item.
That's Quitter's talk. Come on.
Nay. Bad luck.
Come on. There's got to be some sort of glitch that they're gonna do. I just can't think of what it is.
First, we spend around 15,000 souls.
And if that sounds familiar to you, yes, I am that desperate.
Next, we burn an ascetic in Majula.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Well, there is one more merchant. Only problem is finding him in all 3 locations.
How's a man get around?
After finding him in Black
With a
Gulch,
wheelchair, apparently.
Shaded Woods, and Drangleic
Oh.
Castle, we join the Covenant and gain access to 10
The Covenant?
ascetics.
Oh no!
What?
Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun.
As a famous man once said, I've given thee courtesy enough.
Oh, he's parry walking.
You now have
You remember this,
28
don't you?
seconds
Yes.
to fly to your destination, which in our case is the King's Passage.
Since the door was still locked, every time you fight the boss, You have to repeat this.
She now sells infinite large shards, which we can use to round up our clubs, but more importantly, our bow.
It can be used to lure in enemies or outright kill ranged ones.
Filthy mage.
It can also be used with poison
Filthy
arrows
mage.
to take a good chunk of health out of the
That
sea
is
of
a
Dong.
ugly
Yeah,
frog.
it's even
Can
a
be done
song.
with hard work and the stick.
Oh, I hate it. I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Where we find a
But that is
alley
still
dealer
quite a cool
who
design.
sold
It is, but God, do I hate it.
performance-enhancing mushrooms.
He's doing shrooms!
He's like Mario. Ooh. Break them.
Oh. Back to James.
I mean, look like me for real, for real.
Let's step back for a moment before fighting Seath.
Just before the Seath arena, we pull up the elevator. Stand in front of the lever and line up with a bow before pulling it.
It's important to be lined up because after pulling it, we need to roll fast. Right, forward and backwards.
Finally, turn to the right and roll off at the second floor you see.
Oh my god. Fuck off, no. So you skip getting stuck in there.
Yabby yab.
Giant tentacle demon.
You mean a good time?
You know, there's another video, maybe two, that you might be interested in after this. It's a guy playing through the first game, but he changes every single enemy into the final boss and that giant crystal dragon. Fucking Pinwheel! Fuck that bitch! He's a joke amongst the community.
The darkness made navigating an impossible task.
There's something in common.
There are 3 sources of light. The most obvious is the lantern, and we can't pick it up.
There was also the sunlight maggot.
Bright bug
I mean,
head.
this one looks kind of like a crystal lizard.
Which leaves us with the only choice. The spell Cast Light.
Can't even get that.
Fortunately, the princess isn't dead.
body.
She's just stuck in the DLC.
So he's off to the DLC area.
Oh. Big ol' hand.
Magnus.
Look like a fucking Floor Master. Fucking Griffin.
Sentry Guardian, mate. And they are fucking
Turns out
awful.
saving the princess was entirely unnecessary.
The Princess Dusk is here no longer.
Sucks to be her.
I'm not going
As
to say
Elizabeth
anything.
sold Cast Light instead.
Sucks to be her.
Okay.
Nice. Speaking of helpful merchants,
Fucking Patches.
You've got something to say to me,
He's such a little scumbag, but he's in like every FromSoft game. He's in Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Elden Ring.
2 can play in that game.
Don't know about Bloodborne.
Not as efficient without the bellowing dragon crest or the dusk crown, but a few cast was enough to obliterate him. After Nito, Patches now
So that's one
sold
of the main
some
bosses
drip.
down. No, Sif!
What the dog doing? What the fuck? What in the
Princess
demon
Dusk
Sephiroth is
here
that?
No longer.
Sif is such a good
Snatched
boy.
away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the saviour?
To be clear, I do feel really bad about not saving the Firekeeper.
Let me guess. Dragged off to the past.
He's from Bloodborne.
So this is the least
He looks
I
like
can
a
do.
sure.
Bloodborne
Not because I
character.
want those style points.
Ah, yes. Knight Arturus. I have a hoodie with that pattern on it. That's Big Boy Magnus.
Don't care, still don't care.
That's a hell of a tash.
And he's just beaten the game.
Well then.
Now, we have a choice to make. Cloan now sells chunks, but not enough to upgrade both of our clubs.
Chunk.
So we can either go with a +8 on our offhand, or choose a different single weapon and make it 10.
Since we had a lot of dex due to the bow, and no way
Why is
to
it like it's a
expect,
dex?
a weapon with good dex scaling was ideal.
And then I'll figure out some way.
Dick
Yeah.
scaling.
He's going for the gut sword.
Let's get about our business.
This, well, I brought this because I like it.
Hang on, you've just...
No, I like it.
Yeah.
This is brilliant, but I like this.
But I like
Let me put it
this.
to you this way, Hannah. You can buy better dogs than my West Highland Terrier, but I like my West Highland Terrier. Yes, it bites the postman, and it lays dog eggs all over the kitchen, and it steals food, but it's brilliant. It goes, ah, if this had ears, it'd go like that.
Dude, I can't imagine the amount of effort that goes into making something like this.
I don't know, it would kill me.
The King's Ring, unfortunately, was an item that had to be picked up.
Parry walk? Yep.
Is it? Oh.
As long as it was an open spot, I had absolutely nothing to worry about.
The scope of my engineering genius literally knows no bounds.
Time to test out
Yeah.
the damage.
Holy moly!
Well, the least I could say is...
Kill that
I
wyvern.
made a very wise choice.
It's a dragon.
It's a wyvern.
Now for some weed.
I know.
Now I can just talk
Some
and get
weed.
out of here. Or I can get some giant souls while I'm at it.
That's
Just
a dragon.
stand between his toes and move out of the way. For this, you just follow the tail. It works every time.
Can't see the front of it, I'm just guessing it looks more like a dragon.
Yeah,
For
it
the
looks like it's
giant
got.
It even says dragon on it. It says ancient
Right.
dragon. It's a fucking dragon.
No matter, it was an open space.
Yeah, but
and
you
a
said that
kind
about the
hollow
other
was
one.
helpful
Did that say dragon
enough
on it too?
to give me a boost.
I wasn't paying attention to the names.
The giant lord is, well, same as the
Wait, I had this whole conversation a few weeks ago. The difference between a dragon and a wyvern. Wyverns don't have front arms. Dragons do. We had a big whole argument about it.
Sounds like a bunch of
This
nerds.
one
shit.
says
It fucking was
examine,
nutty fucking
but
argument
gives you an
exists.
item. So instead of debating who picked
Aw.
up what, let's follow the golden rule.
That rule, of course, power and speed.
Did we ever find out how he got out of the prison?
Bad, but this is really bad.
At the start?
Yes, yes.
Should have been
I don't remember.
expected, as we only
Wait,
had two
May?
giant
I don't think
souls,
so, but I
which
think
means
that
all
was like just
damage was reduced
well, you know,
to
you've got to
1/8.
fucking do it. There's no other way.
He said we'll come back to it, and I don't think we ever came back to it.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I think it's just one of those things. Oh, we'll come back to it so they can gloss over it, and then.
I guess I'm
Which
gonna,
is-
The
I
only
think that's
difference
fair enough
is
in
the
this
ladder,
situation.
which allows us to clip through solid walls.
I think you would figure the way out.
Now, inside the throne room, we rely on mushrooms.
After Nashandra shows up, just wait beside the doorway to avoid the curse balls.
Would.
Yes, you would.
That's a big old
I'm
head.
starting to think that Dark Souls 2 isn't really the best Souls game. Maybe the first sin was this game.
And that should be Dark Souls 2 done?
All I got left is 3.
If.
With no more options left,
Yes.
my only choice was resort to an ancient forbidden ritual. But to make this work, I was going to need some souls, a lot of souls, and some
Oh, he's
blood
doing that
sacrifice.
shit again.
Budos.
After finishing killing every single enemy in Lothric Castle, I prepare for the blood sacrifice.
Some say that he's a CIA experiment that went wrong.
Oh, he's gonna bring in
And
the
that he
Stig.
only eats cheese. All we know is he's not the Stig. But he is the Stig's American cousin. Big Stig!
Stig now moves downstairs and bring a mimic along for the ride. Back to the entrance, Stig uses rapport to make the mimic fall asleep.
The position and the angle of the mimic is key for this to work.
When the mimic is facing the wall, Stig will use the grab to clip into the wall.
Fuck. Not the Gmod sounds.
Well, the intention was make Stig pass through the wall, but seems like he's too fat for that.
What's worse, every time he was re-summoned, the mimic would desynchronize.
Oh, so he's got to do it again.
Stig, you all right, mate? Thankfully, this can be fixed with a quick revisit to where the mimic was.
But still, the core issue remains, and we were no closer to entering the Grand Archives.
It's cool that they actually brought
First,
in the fucking
Stig
Stig
runs
for
to the
this,
ladder,
though.
grabs
That's
it, but pivot at the same time. After the item grays out as if on a ladder, Stig goes for the chest.
They're gonna glitch like he's still on the ladder or something.
Yep.
Ladder stuff.
The ladder animation is stored and released on the grab animation, which lets us clip through the floor. Not very
What?
helpful just yet, so Stig returns
Probably just to
No,
show
no,
it.
no.
comes back as a mad
Okay.
phantom.
Same as before, he does a merry-go-round to sink the mimic, do a ladder pivot, and gets forward.
Gets bored.
Now Stig moves away to the side, and it's time for me to store the ladder animation and get eaten myself. I go further down while Stig moves to the original position. While Tears of Denial is activated, he uses the Crow Talons to drop down. Stig touches a death blade that instantly kills him, and it was our job to pull him out with a backstab.
How did people fucking find this shit?
That was discovered in 2020
The
by
easy
2
part
people.
is over, and everything from here on out depends on Stig. Stig can now fly, but he cannot lower the elevator for us, and he can still take damage. only thing Stig can do is go into the boss arena and trigger the boss, which leads to this.
Drag him in.
Yep.
Oh my god.
This only works if the cutscene was never
Fucking
triggered. So really,
Dark
we only get
Souls.
one shot at this.
That was also why we needed all those souls. As we had one shot at this, it was all or nothing.
Go big and go home. The fucking spam.
Dude, I would be so fucking upset if I'd done this
and died.
Like just failed, yeah.
Yeah. I would uninstall. That's fucking evil.
It's fine, it's only because the young prince is there. As soon as he's gone.
With all 4 Lord of Cinders dead, there was only one boss remaining.
Jesus Christ. Although it's cool how they've done it so they finished 1, they finished 2, and then they're finishing 3 as the last one.
Was it 2, 1, 3?
No, it was 1, 2, and 3. Pretty sure. I might be wrong.
I think you're right. I
Might
think I'm wrong. Yeah, because yeah, it was 1, 2, 3. You're right. I'm thinking you're right.
Please do the dance. Oh no, there's a second part.
Second phase even made you forget.
Yeah. Is he gonna? Yes!
Looks new. Third phase for no reason. Stabs.
That does kind of answer the question, doesn't it? How hard can it be? Very, very hard indeed.
Well, hang on a minute. I thought I did rather well.
So we all didn't have to pick up any items.
No. We still haven't seen how a certain someone escaped his cell now, did we?
Yes.
Okay.
So, did you or did you not pick up the key?
Well, I did beat the DLC as well, so that counts, right?
No.
So what you're saying is you had to pick up the key, right?
Yes, I did, but I need to clarify
Which
that.
means, how do you say this?
Skill issue.
What I is that I couldn't find a way to escape my cell in Dark Souls Remastered.
Because for that, we need to go long before the remaster.
Wait, what?
Original to 1.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on.
Dark Souls,
This
prepare
story
to
starts
die.
so long ago, in fact, that I wasn't even born yet.
There's no way he's getting away like this.
James, I swear to God, if you...
Some say he's the first ever Dark Wraith to exist, and that he has never taken any damage in his life. All we know is he's not the Stig, but he is the Stig's edgy cousin.
He's not actually here. He's here for the invasion coordinates. More on that later.
Right now, the Stig stands next to a ledge, uses a homeward bone, switch out his right-hand weapon, fall down, and use a firebomb.
Now let's talk about invasion coordinates. Stig just invaded in Anor Londo, so the location Anor Londo is stored in memory, but the coordinate is stored in the save file.
And if we create a character right after,
No.
this coordinate can be transferred to another character.
So my brand new save file has an invasion coordinate.
The next
No.
step is to quit the game completely and reset the memory. Now Stig heads to the DLC entrance to load the DLC and do an item swap to force use the Purple Coward's Crystal. After that, he runs away to unload the DLC. The game has no idea where to send him and boots him into the main menu.
And if we load our brand new character, this happens.
Instead of loading into our cell, we have loaded into our invasion coordinate and are currently falling through Anor Londo.
No fucking way. Oh?
Well, since only the coordinate is used and not the map, unless the invasion happens at the same area, we will always fall to our death.
And since you can't invade
So now
the
he's going
asylum, this
to...
can only mean one
No?
thing.
Oh. No!
Is what's called a bad win.
Oh, that cucked me so much. Oh, I was so excited about it, and then no, they fuck it.
Yep, that'll do.
Like, that's so fucking cool. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, my heart is broken at the end there. I was really hoping that
I've worked in
was
television
actually
for
going to
20
work.
years, never had the chance yet, okay?
Back to the studio.
And that's my line! That's what I wanted to say! May, you
Yeah. What I thought I'd do is put the fire out and then say...
Back to the studio.
Oh my god! Skinwalker Clarkson.
Oh my god.
That was fucking brilliant.
That was amazing. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie,
Holy
I had a big
shit.
grin on the entire time. I was laughing.
That was
so
so
much.
good.
Oh.
Please do go check out Yumfa. He makes amazing Dark Souls,
Yes.
Elden Ring content.
Oh my god. That's just...
I'm so glad we finally got around to watching that.
I don't even know what to say, to be honest. Like, I actually don't. So I was just laughing so much for it. Oh my god. If not, I was just laughing. I was just big grinning because it was just funny. I was just amazed by the glitches. Oh my god. I still want to know, how the fuck do people find glitches that take like fucking 100 inputs to do? I don't
I mean, these
get
games
it.
have been out for how long? Like,
Yeah, but like, I just want to know how you find, like, what goes into finding a glitch like that. It just takes so many inputs and so much, like, moving around. Just
hey,
what?
you need to remember how many people are playing these games.
Not
and then
many.
How many of them are just trying random fucking shit.
Probably not many, to be honest. Like, all the game gets
Oh,
way
you
less
have
people.
no idea. You have no idea.
Yeah.
The Dark Souls community is
Yeah,
fucking
it's probably.
dedicated.
I'm saying not like no one. I'm saying like.
And
like there's, like,
also, I would imagine it's like
billions.
a speedrunning, glitch finding community, and they will.
I just want to know what goes into finding.
They might see what other people are doing and go, all right, well, could I try this? Oh, this works. Right, well, what can we do to build off of that?
Yeah,
You know?
but that's why I think it goes off building up. But when it's like 100 inputs that, and they all do nothing till the last input, I'm like, then, like, how? How did you even get to that point? That's why I'm confused about, like, how do you get to that point?
Who knows?
Oh my god.
Oh,
I am exhausted.
I think it's about time we wrap this up and get back to the studio, huh?
It is indeed.
If you enjoyed this, please again go check out Yumfa, subscribe, give his video a like because it is fucking amazing. And if you like what we did, which was just sit around and laugh at shit, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a further upload, and put in the comments anything you want us to watch.
We'll see
Till
you
then,
laters.
adios.